word problem involving trains. Everybody loves these. This one involves distance, rate, and time. And if you remember, there's a little formula that says distance is equal to the rate you travel, also known as your speed, times the time you travel. And we got two trains, and they leave stations that are 360 miles apart, but they leave at the same time and they travel toward each other. All right, we're going to draw a picture of that. Here's train number 1. Here's train number 2. Train number 1 is going this way. Train number 2 is going that way. At some point, they will crash. All right. Now, they tell us that they are 360 miles apart. So from here to here, that's 360 miles. Now, the question is, how long will it take for the two trains to meet? Okay. I have no idea how long it's going to take them to meet from my picture. But I do know that from my picture, the distance of train number 1 would be from, I guess I should have used a different color. Sorry. Let's try that again, shall we? Oh, bummer. I erased that. Okay, so let's see. The distance of train number 1 is from here to here. And the distance of train number 2 is from here to here. Now, the red distance and the blue distance makes up the entire distance, which is 360 miles per hour. So the distance of train 1 added to the distance of train number 2 equals 360 miles. That's what I get out of that picture. But they don't ask me to find the distance. They want to know how long does it take for them to meet. But the distance gives me an equation. They told me how far apart they were. They start at different points and start at the same time, and they travel the same amount of time, and then they meet. The only other thing they told me is their rates. They said that one train travels at 85 miles per hour, while the other train travels at 65 miles per hour. Now, they didn't give me their distances. They gave me their rates. And they didn't ask me to find distance. They asked me to find time. So, instead of the distance of train 1 plus the distance of train 2, I'm going to use this formula up here that says distance is the same thing as its rate times its time. So I'm going to use the rate of train 1 times its time, which I don't know what it is, we'll call that t, plus the rate of train 2 times its time. And its time is the exact same time as the first train, because it said two trains leave stations 360 miles apart at the same time. So it's like, go! And they start driving towards each other, and then bam, they hit each other, right? They both travel the same amount of time. So t is the same for both trains. But my red train was 85 miles per hour, so this is 85 t. And the other train, which was the blue one, was 65 miles per hour, times however long that went. And that equals 360. And now all I need to do is solve for t, and I am done, because t stands for time. So 85 and 65 would be 150, I believe. I think I'll do it all in green now. 150 t's is equal to 360. And now all you have to do to solve for t is divide both sides by 150. Because the 150's cancel, and you're left with t. And then what does it want? Do not do any rounding. So I grab my calculator and I divide, and it comes out to be 2.4. So it's going to take 2.4 hours right here. There you go. The only other thing they could do to you was have like two trains leaving the same station at the same time and traveling two different rates, and then they might ask you how far apart are they after so many hours. I don't know if you'll get that one or not, but that would be a situation where you've got a train here and a train here, and they both take off, but maybe one train's going a lot faster than the other, and they want to know, after so many hours, how far apart are they? So you would actually be looking for this distance. So you'd have to know the distance of the first train and subtract the distance of the second train to find the distance between the two. That's another situation they could give you, and that would just involve subtraction where I did addition here. So if somebody runs across one of those and you need me to do another one, just give me a shout out and I will.